This is a Rica case study by Julianne Lowry. About the student. This case study is about an English language learner who is in kindergarten. He is male and he is 5 years old. This student speaks Korean at home and is knowledgeable in the English language from social settings, but not in any academic setting. This study of assessments for the Rica case study was conducted in the fall semester of the 2017 academic school year. This student has been in kindergarten for about 3 months when the first assessments were done. The 3 areas of assessment that were chosen were phonemic awareness, vocabulary, and phonics. Comprehension and fluency were assessments that aren't needed because this student is in kindergarten. After the assessments were conducted, it became very obvious that there were 2 primary needs, phonics and phonemic awareness. When I gave the student the assessment for phonics, he was given all 26 letters and asked to say the sound that each letter made. He got 65% of them correct, so it was very clear that before he could become a better reader, he was really going to need to know his letter sounds. On top of the 65%, it did take him a total of 10 minutes to complete the assessment, which seemed like an excessive amount of time. So I concluded that the kindergarten student did struggle with his letters, especially ones that looked similar, such as a J and a G. The second area of need was phonemic awareness. According to the McGraw-Hill's short vowel sounds, this student needed help with CVC words, but specifically that middle sound. The student could identify the beginning and the end, but was unable to differentiate whether the sound in the middle was an I, an E, or an A. He did show strength with the letter A, but every time missed and made mistakes with the letter I. The student was also assessed for vocabulary. For each vocabulary problem, there were 3 pictures, and the student had to circle the correct picture that corresponded to the spoken vocabulary word I gave him. He produced a 5 out of 5 and got them all correct, so there was no need to further assess or create an improvement plan for him. The improvement plan that I've created is called, the first one is geared towards phonics, and it's the letter picture worksheet. This is where a student is going to be given a letter, for example, H as in horse or H as in house. And here that student can see this letter. I would then instruct the student to trace the letter H, telling me, what is it? It's an H, and this is a house, and he would repeat house. Again, he can do the same for the horse, letter H, horse. The H makes the H sound. After he's completed tracing and discussing the letter, I would then have him turn the paper over and draw the letter on his own, and once again ask him, what are you drawing? A horse. What does the beginning sound make in the word horse? H. And what letter are you drawing? H. Having this worksheet available to him and then flipping it over and having him recall it is a great strategy and a fun way to learn all of his letter sounds. The second strategy that I would implement is the sound match. This would be for phonemic awareness. This is where you can take different items in the class, a bat, a cat, and a hat, and go over the A sound in the middle, and then you can take a mitt and other objects in the classroom and I would go over the letter sounds and the name and the beginning, middle, and end sounds in each one of those, and then the student can do it with me. And then after a few minutes, I would give the student 3 objects that we've already gone over, but with different middle sounds specifically, since that is his area of need, that medial sound, and have him identify each object and then the middle sound From the middle sound, then we would identify what is the letter of that sound. Very simple, but also very fun and interactive. It also should be done with objects that the student is familiar with. Because the student is an English language learner, he will need objects that he's familiar with that are simple words, like mint, like cat. And it doesn't have to be an object, it could also be a picture. Here is my references. We used a lot of the Teaching Reading Sourcebook, the Rica Ready for Rica book, and then the McGraw-Hill's Imagine It curriculum. Thank you.